Hi guys, welcome to Family Create. Hope you're all doing well. So we've got our Galaxy Watch 6 Classic 47mm and it's the LTE version. So we put the order through after Samsung's Unpacked event and we got a delivery date for this Friday gone, 4th of August. But at the very last minute we got a message from Samsung saying that our order's been delayed and we won't get our order till the 18th of August. So we just couldn't wait that long. So my husband ordered this one for himself from Amazon with next day delivery, and we ordered it yesterday and here we are today. So we're really excited. So I'm going to unpack this. Let's do this. Here we are. Oh my god, look at that. It looks beautiful. Let's have a quick look at this and then we'll look at the watch. So we've got the warranty card and quick start guide. Here we've got the charging pack. It's a USB-C. Okay, let's get the watch and have a look. Look at that. That looks amazing. Brushed finish. And look at the rotating bezel. The detail. The work on it is just stands out. Can you hear the rotating click? Feels amazing to turn the bezel. So here, there's a hole there. I think that might be a sensor. Not sure, we'll have to check it out. So that little hole there is the mic. And on this side there, can you see there? We've got the speaker. I hope the speaker will sound decent. And here on the back as well, you've got the release mechanism here. This button there, the toggle, to release the strap itself. Just click on that. And same on this side as well, to release. And this strap is 20mm. So any previous strap will also work on this. And then you've got the side buttons here. You've got the top one color coordinated in red and the bottom one in black. The strap feels really nice, leathery, grainy. This is hybrid strap. And the stitching is immaculate. Looks really beautiful. On the other side, the strap is very soft silicone. It feels good. I guess once you wear it, you can tell the difference between this one and normal strap. The hybrid one is supposed to be environmentally friendly. And you can see on the buckle, is stainless steel. Okay, so let's start up the watch and try it on. I'm going to pass it on to my husband, who can't wait to try it out. Oh, also, by the way, just to mention that this watch came with a free strap with Amazon. Samsung was also giving one, which was a kind of like a material. And the one with the Amazon, also this is the official Samsung strap, and this one is more like a sporty version, which came free with Amazon order. So let's open it up and check it out. Okay, that looks rather nice actually. It looks better here than it did on the picture. It feels really good as well. Very soft. I think it's soft silicone again. you've got the dark beige on the inside of the strap, and on the outside you've got the charcoal grey kind of color. I'm not sure if the camera's capturing, but it's actually a very nice color, and it's coordinated with the inside color around the holes, so it looks nice. And then on this side you got the same color coordination, so I guess one size fits all because the holes goes all the way. So we'll try it on and show you guys how it looks. These new straps also come with a quick release.
So great to finally have this watch in my hand. The Galaxy Watch 6 Classic 47mm, and this is the LTE version. So I'm looking forward to using the LTE. I have a connection with the EE. Good to be able to leave the phone at home sometimes. So I'm going to go through the setup and have a quick look at the sort of UI applications. Already just that rotating bezel just feels really good to sort of use. And just in terms of some details in terms of the finish, so you've got this frosted finish on the top of the bezel, but on the edge it's got nice chamfered edges. That just adds a bit more quality and class to it. And then you have the frosted side here. This part here is polished, like chrome like finish, so it's slightly different to the finish on the side. I noticed the buttons don't stand out as much as well. That's probably because of this raised bit here, which is nice. So, and obviously has sapphire crystal screen, which is good. So let's turn it on. This is probably going to be slightly big on my wrist, but I don't mind. I want a bigger watch. Having on the 42mm Galaxy Watch 4 Classic, I wanted to move on to bigger screens. Having the Watch 5 Pro, the Ticwatch, the Huawei Watch 4 Pro, they all have bigger screens, so I like the bigger screens. Pixel Watch was really tiny. Now some people commented on the bezel being wobbly, so I can feel a little bit of a wobble. I don't know if this is how it's meant to be because it's a moving part, but there is a slight wobble. I don't know if this is a problem. We'll have to see. So let's just set this up, and then I'll try it on my hand and see how it looks. So I already have the Watch 5 Pro on my phone set up, so I don't know if I have to delete that one or not, but I'll just try to set this one up in addition. The speaker grills are still looking quite tiny though. Not even very noticeable, but it's there. It's now downloading the software. 174 megabyte size, and my Watch 5 has just disconnected. So I just need to agree all this. I'll give location access for now. So I'm setting this up on my Galaxy Fold 4. Hopefully soon my Fold 5 will be here. But thanks to Samsung's mess up, I now have to wait another 2 weeks at least before I get the delivery. When I should have had it in my hand yesterday. I just don't see the point of pre-ordering and then not receiving your product on time. What was the point of this whole faff Samsung made about pre-ordering when they can't commit to the deliveries? I know loads of people in other countries have got theirs, but it seems like some people in UK haven't been receiving theirs on the day the deliveries were due. Quite a few people on the Reddit have said they haven't got theirs either, and they received similar emails to the ones I had. So now I have to make a decision whether I have to obviously return one of them. I probably will be cancelling the order from Samsung. So this setup is nearly almost complete now. I don't think it's doing anything. This shouldn't take this long. I wonder if it's normal for this part to take long. Now it's stuck on 82. Let's see. I'll wait and see what happens. I'll pause the video until it moves to about maybe 90%. Sign into my Google account. Yes, I'll continue. So back up. Yeah. Left hand. Oh, hold on. Preferred wrist left. Button position on the right. Yes. Always on display. Okay. Emergency help. Okay, I want to do all of that now. Track your, yep. Just go along with all of this for now. I'll have to explore all of this in the watch. I'm going to skip this for now because I already have a EE plan. I don't want to have to buy another new plan now. So I'll look at it on the phone later. Skip. Just let it finish up. And we are all set to go. Okay. So I'll just wait for my watch to start up and then we'll go through the watch quickly. So let's see. So take a tour of your watch. Orange dot indicates when you receive new notifications. So if you have an unread notifications, the orange dot will be there. So you'll know if there's a reminder or a message or something notification when you see that one. So yeah, the watch is ready. So let's have a quick look then. 58% battery, so already lost a couple of percent. Let's turn the brightness up a little bit more because so it looks good, so we can see everything properly for this demo. So I'm going to move this phone out of the way for a bit. So this is it. So our watch is ready. It's set up. So this watch is 47mm. I'm going to quickly take my Watch 5 off and put this one on my hand and see, because obviously in the Samsung's store you had the tag on, so I couldn't really try it on as well as I wanted to. I know people will say this is too big and blah blah blah, but to be honest, I don't mind. I really like this, and I prefer a bigger screen watch because most of my recent watches have been large screen. Watch 5 Pro I've had it for a whole year now. Huawei Watch Pro 4, 1.5-inch screen. Ticwatch, also similar size screen. So yeah, and now this one I really like. Yes, so you have, like I say, I don't know what people think. One thing I have noticed though, in the past Samsung watches, they never sat properly on the wrist. The strap would always sort of stick out from the lugs and used to look really ugly. But this one really sits nicely. I mean, I really like it actually. And also, in terms of how it sits on the wrist, it's really sitting almost flush on the wrist, as you can see. whereas the Watch Pro 5, it really sits up and you can see the blacks, the bottom of the watch. This one you can't really, you can see a tiny bit, but it looks really good. So the only thing you see, the whole thing you see is that silver frame sitting on your wrist. So I really like this silver watch that I went for. Obviously the black 47mm was the other option, and the 43mm was also the smaller version. But I decided I didn't want to go for a smaller one. I really wanted a bigger screen, because along with the bigger screen you have the bigger battery. And now coming from a Watch 5 Pro with this 590 milliamp battery, and this one 425, there's always this big worry about how the battery is going to be on this watch, because obviously on the Watch 5 Pro everyone knows, you know, 3 days easily, 4 days even. 3 days is probably best most I got. So how will this one cope? And so there's that concern. So quite rightly it'd be interesting to see how it manages. So I didn't want to get the smaller screen with 300 mAh battery size, so it had to be big. And it wasn't just the battery, because the screen size, the bigger screen size, just looks really great. I mean, just looks amazing. And just the whole watch looks really top class. I think I would put it probably on par with Huawei's Watch 5 Pro. Huawei's Watch 4 Pro, which was, the build quality was better on the other one. They used aerospace grade titanium. So this one is stainless steel, but it looks good. I mean, it looks really nice and polished, really premium. It's a bit heavy. I can feel it. I definitely feel the weight compared to the Watch 5. But Watch 5 is very chunky. That bezel is quite a bit raised. I don't know if you can see it. It's quite a bit raised from the actual surface of the glass, which is a good thing in terms of probably protection. Is probably going to protect the glass more. And then you have those markings along. I like those markings. They look okay. The same as the ones that we used to have on the Watch 4 Classic. So, but it does look nice, and the bezel is really slim here compared to the bezel on the Watch 4 Classic. You know, it's noticeably much thicker, but this one is really slim. I mean, and if I bring the Watch 5 here, it's quite close to even that, just that silver rim that you've got on the top. Obviously slightly bigger. I mean, in terms of the design, the Watch 5 is just very bare basic, as you can see. It was obviously built better with titanium and sapphire glass, but it just had no feature really. It just looked a bit dull, whereas this one it's got lots of character to it. I mean, it's got these different shades and cuts to it, just makes it look nicer. But quickly looking through the applications, so it's really nice to be able to rotate the bezel and actually access the interface. I mean, this is when on the Watch 5 Pro you're told is that bezel didn't really work for me, you know, and that's why I kept going back to other watches like Pixel Watch because of the crown, Ticwatch because of the crown, Huawei Watch had a nice crown as well, and then this Watch 5 Pro, just the bezel never worked. It's too flimsy and it's never precise, whereas this one is very precise. Look at it. Anyway, quickly looking through what we've got here. So obviously this one's got Samsung's hair off, you've got the phone call here, you've got the blood pressure and ECG monitoring, you've got the contacts, the message, standard SMS, Google Map, Play Store, you got Bixby, something I wish I could just uninstall. Never ever used it in my life and I never intend to use it. I think that's the alarm. You've got the Samsung wallet here because this one includes Samsung wallet. I don't need Samsung wallet. Timer, you've got the smart things. I think you can control your TV and stuff like that. You've got the album, you've got the world time. I think that's the media player, earbuds, Outlook, music player, reminder, camera. So there's things like WhatsApp and other apps which are now available. It's not here. I think you have to install them. I will obviously install them and we'll have a go at testing all of these out. So that's just looking at the apps. What else then? So in terms of the tiles, so you have your ring. Let's see if If I could tap on the ring, you can see all that information. I just like the way the information is presented. It looks beautiful on this watch for some reason. Obviously it's because it's got higher 2000 nits of brightness, possibly because of this. Look, it's stuck. So what was that? Okay, just looks nicer too, more pleasant viewing. Then you have your usual exercise stuff. So these are some of the exercise apps, and you've got a lot more. You can create your own exercise. We'll have to look at all that later. That's the new sleep. So this is something I'll be testing. Body composition again, yeah, we'll test all this out. Weather looks nice. What if I press on this down? Just rain, rain, rain. It's meant to be a summer. Apparently every country in Europe is burning down, and here we are, raining in England. Calendar, blood pressure. So yeah, we have to calibrate the blood pressure. We'll do some tests on that, ECG as well. And you can add more tiles. So yeah, okay. So you can add, there's quite a few tiles I think on this one. Let's have a quick look at them. So you got a 12-hour clock, timer, you got alarm, connected devices. So you got battery. Oh, there's a battery widget this time, which is nice. Never seen that one before. Media controller, contacts. You have, what's this? Maps, Outlook, Samsung Health. So you've got the blood oxygen, cycle tracking, food, heart rate, steps, stress, together, and water tracker, schedule, monthly calendar and a reminder, smart things. So that's good. And scenes, I've never used that really. Weather, and that's it. And obviously if you when you install more apps like WhatsApp, Spotify, they'll obviously have their own tiles. So those, I'm gonna just add one actually while I'm at it. So let's add this one because I've not seen this one before. So at the moment it's showing your watch battery life and your phone's battery life. So I'm not going to just judge the battery just because it's running down now quite quickly. But obviously it takes at least 3 days for the watch to learn the battery, your usage patterns. Like if I go there and quickly show you. So where is it? Battery, yeah. So you can see it's learning your usage patterns. So once it's done that, I think it takes about 3 days. Then the battery sort of settled and it knows your usage, and then your battery will settle down and you probably will get more battery life. At the moment, obviously not. So what's this? 7 gigabytes. So you have 7 gigabytes of storage available out of 16. Looks like 8.9 gigabyte is used by the system. So you only have 7 gigabyte of storage available for all your MP3s and watch faces. So that's not really much. I mean, it's not like, oh yeah, 16 gigabyte, because you've already lost nearly 9 gigabyte. So come on, Samsung, why don't you put a 32 gigabyte in there, and then out of the memory 2 gigabyte. Okay, that's okay. You've got 600 megabyte available. I think it just needs to. I need to close all the stuff running in the back. Let's have a quick look at some watch faces before we move on. So there's one where you can have your photo. I'll try that later. Some of the watch faces from last time. I don't like all these cartoony watch faces so much. This is the one that was on the Watch 5. I have to say it looks nicer here than it did on Watch 5, because you haven't got this big, huge bezel that used to be there on Watch 5, Watch 5 Pro, and it does look really nice. I actually never used this watch face on the Watch 5 Pro because of the huge ugly bezel, but this one I think I can be using. I'd definitely be willing to use this one. It does look at it. It does look really nice. Move on. Check out a few more. So that's a nice one. Then you got things like info board. I like those kind of digital ones. Health. There's the sleep. New sleep watch faces. Sleep tracking watch faces. And they're nice. I can't imagine using them so much. Do they have any analog watch faces? Now that's what I want to check. There's one here, analog dashboard, the white one. I'll look at that in a second. Classic, I like classic faces. Simple. And these are basic. And these are stuff that's downloaded. Okay. Well, I haven't downloaded anything yet. Let's check one of those. This one. Obviously you can customize the complications, but I think this one looks good as well. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Let me try one more. This is the one I did like the look of this, but the star looks a bit cartoonish. I don't know why they couldn't just put some dots there instead of these cartoonish stars. But this is nice, one of the new nice watch faces. So I think in terms of the watch, yeah, I'm definitely liking it, and I'm glad I've got it. Quickly look at the charger. How strongly does the magnetic part connect? Yeah, the magnetic charger doesn't have much strength, but it's okay. Needs USB-C. So, quick look at side-by-side comparison with the Watch 5 Pro. Put the brightness up. Quite clearly, obviously, Watch 6 Classic screen is big. But it's not hugely different, but it is definitely noticeably bigger. Both have the same sapphire crystal screen. Obviously has that flimsy touch bezel that I never liked. Can you see the Watch 5 buttons? They stick out quite a bit, whereas this one, they're almost really flushed with the body, the frame. But that's because there is a bit that sort of sticks out. But they are definitely more tucked in than on the Pro. But on the side, looking at the side from the side, let's look at the thickness. Don't know, what do you think? Watch 5 is definitely thicker. In the worst case, I still have the watch back to fall back onto in case the battery proves to be a disaster and I want to go back to another watch. So I still have my Watch 5. I'm not going to get rid of it, but I don't intend to go back to Watch 5. I will miss this buckle, which I know I can use this strap on my new one, but I probably will. It's black and silver will go well, I think. But this strap is quite nice, and it's got that one. It's got this quick release button here, the new quick release band. So yeah, that's good. But overall, yeah, I don't want to make it too long, but this is a first impression, unboxing and first impression of the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic, 47mm in silver, and this is the LTE version. So I am liking it so far, but it all depends how it all works out in the end. I'm hoping it'll be just as I expected. I just hope the battery life, once it settles down, gives me at least 2 days. At least 2 days and I'll be happy. I'm not expecting 4 days, 3-4 days. I know I'm not going to get that. But at least 2 days, I'll be happy. I think I'll be more than happy with 2 days. If I don't have to constantly worry about battery life throughout the day when I'm using it for various activities, then I'll be happy.
Also guys, if there's anything in particular or features that you'd like us to try out, do comment down below and let us know, and we'll try to cover that. Also, I did have quite a lot of comments actually with regards to the size of the watch, and whether it's suitable for a small wrist. Well, as you saw on my husband's wrist, I thought it looks absolutely fine. It is big, 47mm is big, it's the biggest size, but the smaller size is 43mm, and that looked too small on his hand. And anyway, because that looks fine, and the better battery capacity as well, we went for that one, and it looks absolutely fine. If you got a smaller wrist, that small, when I say is my size small, then it does look big, bulky. And those of you who have watched my previous 5 Pros video, you'll know I always complain that it's too big on my wrist, because my wrist is small and the Pro is quite big and bulky. But if your wrist isn't as tiny as mine, then you've got no worries. So that's all for today, guys. We'll basically test this watch thoroughly, so we'll have a lot more coverage coming up soon. So do subscribe and put that notification bell on. If you found the video useful, please do give it a like. It will help us a lot. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time, do take care. Bye bye.
Guess what we have here? Gear S2. This was the earlier rotating, I think it was one of the first watch with rotating bezel. The Gear S2 Classic it was, running on Tizen. The bezel was still great though. This rotating bezel is very thin, look. The screen glass was all flushed to the bezel. Still in absolute immaculate condition, but sadly doesn't power on anymore. So next to its daddy. But this was such a high quality build watch. There's clicky buttons. Obviously in terms of sensor and all that, it was very limited. But this one was also stainless steel build. Yeah, I missed this watch.